Hey everyone, this is WhisperSister. It has been a long time, once again, since I made a video, and I apologize for that, but I guess I've just been busy doing other things. But I've had a few comments lately and messages from people sort of wondering if I'm doing alright and where I am and checking up on me, so I thought it was time to make another video. And I appreciate those comments, by the way. But yeah, I'm doing fine. I've just been really busy and I guess just not really thinking to make videos anymore these days, but I will still make them from time to time. So I guess I'll just do like a random update rambling video. I'm not really sure what else to do. I know that there are a lot of whisper videos out there now, and it's kind of become something different than what it was when I first started making videos. So I don't think you'll ever really catch me doing like a relaxation video or any of those kinds of things, just because I think I would feel too strange. That being said, I do appreciate those of you who make them, because I still use them quite often to fall asleep, especially lately. And yeah, I think it's really cool, the whole whisper community, but it just got to be too big for me to keep track of. And yeah, I'm just gonna blab like I always have. So yeah, I've been good. I've been busy lately because, well, I have my job. I'm still working in the same place as I was before, and I need to find a new job. I've been putting this off for, well, years, really. Coming up with excuses and just, yeah, just putting it off. And I think the way I see it is, it's kind of just the last little shred of my old life that I've been holding on to as some kind of insurance or some sort of stability or something, security. But the reality is, right now, it's become much more of a liability and a burden than it's worth. Because my car broke down a few weeks ago, and so what was an hour's drive each way is now like a 2 to 2.5 hour commute each way on the bus and the SkyTrain, and or my bike, or however I get there. It takes forever, and it's pretty ridiculous, actually. I spend 4 to 5 hours a day commuting, and as it was, I was finding it really hard to fit work and like music and sleeping, anything, into the amount of time that I have in a day. So something's got to change here, like now. So yeah, I'm gonna start looking for a job in Vancouver, so that I can free up some time. And realistically, it'll probably mean taking a job that pays less than what I make, but I think I'll be fine. And rather than wait and try and change my spending habits or whatever to prepare for that, I've been trying to do that and waiting until I'm ready, but if I look back on a honestly at the evidence, I don't think I work that way. I think I pretty much will just spend money if I have it, and probably the best way to get me to budget is just to have less money. Like when I'll just make it work. You know, whatever challenges it brings, I'll just deal with it, and it'll actually probably be a good thing because it means, you know, I won't be spending all my money on freaking eating out and just frivolous things. So, yeah, that's sort of the first priority for me right now, is to get a new job. And I don't really particularly care what it is. At this stage, the more I allow myself to be drawn into the whole music thing, the more I find that I want to be able to devote as much time and energy as I can to that. So I'd like to find a job that I can just go to work, do my time, and then leave and not take it with me or anything, and something that is easy and fun and frees up some mental energy and some time for music and other things. Right now, I feel like I need to, I don't know, recommit, reapply myself to some of the things that I have let slide, especially when it comes to my physical well-being. I mean, I can't remember the last time I went for a run, and I get barely any sleep as a rule, and I eat fast food, I guess. I try to make the best choices I can as far as that goes, but it's still fast food. I mean, very little nutritional value, and I can feel the toll it's taking on my body. It's catching up with me for sure. And I've just been feeling this kind of like, well, anyone who's been listening to my videos from the beginning knows that I went through a pretty intense period of like change and transformation a couple years ago, and I left like a long-term relationship and went off. I was taking Prozac for years, and I went off that, and a bunch of other stuff happened that just completely turned my world upside down. And as tumultuous and difficult as that was in some ways, it was also very exciting, and just I miss that feeling of being inspired and excited by life. And I don't know if it's, part of it is just that I've sort of adjusted and reached a little bit more, I've become a little bit more balanced, I guess, and just gotten used to it, which is a good thing, really. I mean, the fact that I take things for granted, the fact that my life is what it is now, and that that's normal to me, and that I take it for granted is actually a really good thing. I mean, I never would have thought that, I thought that my life was going to just stay the way it was, and I'm very grateful that it didn't, but lately I've been feeling just like things are less, I don't know, they feel less powerful and profound, and I miss that feeling. I had someone tell me once that I was like a child, like the world was brand new to me and everything was, amazing, and I miss that feeling. I still get it once in a while, but as a rule, I feel a lot more, just, I don't know, indifferent sometimes. And, but I think that a lot of that probably has to do with my physical state. I mean, I often underestimate how important that is, but the fact is when you don't sleep and you eat crap and you don't get any exercise, I mean, the energy is not circulating, you're not going to feel alive, and so that's a big one for me right now. There are other things too that I was doing then that I've just let slide. I think I've become a bit complacent and a little bit lazy, and wanting that same sort of feeling, that same kind of, I don't know, heightened experience and all that, but not really doing the things that foster that feeling to begin with. Expecting the same benefit without any of the effort. So, yeah, I think before it gets to be too late, I'm going to sort of get my shit together and reapply myself. Put some more effort into my life, and, some of the things, I mean, I used to go on and on in my videos about all of these spiritual principles and tools that I was learning and using, and I've let a lot of that kind of fall to the side, and I think I really need to ground myself in some of those things again, remind myself what's really, how it works for me and what's important. But anyway, that's, yeah, I feel like I've been feeling for a while like I'm kind of resisting, and kind of spinning my wheels a little bit. For a long time, I tried to learn how to let go of control and not push things too hard and not try and dictate how things would turn out too much in my life. That was one of the things that I needed to learn, but there's a fine line, and I think I've kind of crossed it, where now I'm using that as an excuse to not step up and put in the effort that I could be. I'm thinking about music here, for example. I haven't wanted to get too caught up in any goals or plans, strategize too much, and that's good on the one hand, but now it's like there are things I could be doing to sort of do my part to help the momentum that's building, and I find myself holding back and using that kind of as an excuse. So I've decided to, just put a little bit more effort into that whole thing as well. I've been playing with a couple different bands, actually. I've got my main project, I guess, is this band with a couple of friends of mine. I think I mentioned it before. One of them plays banjo and sings with me, and the other one plays fiddle and mandolin, and we play mostly my songs, I guess, and it's been really cool. When we first started, we were playing a lot of shows, but then they both they're in other bands as well, and they both had albums that they released around the same time, so they got busy with that, and just a few different things happened that kind of had us not playing together for a little while as much. Or what'll often happen is that it'll be like one of them or the other that's available for a show, but the three of us haven't played many shows together lately. So I'm not really sure like how official that band is in terms of putting a lot of effort into promoting it, or I mean, yeah, I'll have to see sort of how it all fits together. But regardless, it's been a really great experience for me because it has, yeah, it's allowed me to play not only my new songs, but even old songs that I'd kind of given up on, bringing them to these guys and playing them with them. They kind of helped bring them back to life and make them something new and something that I actually enjoy playing. And especially the banjo player is just, he's amazing. Like the musical, I don't know, chemistry that we have is, yeah, it's amazing. And his whole philosophy and just the way his mind works and the way that he approaches music has been a really good influence on me. He's pushed me, really helped me to learn how to get over my fear of making mistakes is a big one. Challenge myself, push myself, and I think I've grown a lot from my relationship with him. But yeah, both of them are great, and I hope that I get to keep playing with them. We're gonna probably do some recording soon. I've been talking to a guy about recording a few songs, at least with the banjo. Probably pretty like stripped down versions. You know, nothing. I'm not gonna do drums and bass and the whole like fleshed out thing, just because for one thing I can't really afford it right now, or I don't want to spend that kind of money on a recording. I just want something that I can show people that will be good quality and kind of show the songs for what they are and show my voice for what it can be. And yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm looking at doing as far as music goes. And then I've been playing with this other band as well, or singing with them. They're like 1, 2, 3, 4, like a 6 or 7 piece funk band. There's a couple guitars, bass, drums, an amazing saxophone player, and then another girl who sings and plays keys. And we've played quite a few shows together, well, a few shows anyway, in the first few weeks that I was singing with them. And they're amazing. They're so tight and so talented. They've been doing this for a while, and I'm really lucky to be singing with them. I actually knew the lead singer and guitar player from years ago, but we all just kind of randomly got thrown together. We were just going to do 1 or 2 songs at, there's this variety show that I am involved in running. We do 1 or 2 shows a month, and we're just trying to build a sense of community and support amongst local artists. And anyways, we were going to do like a collaborative, just 1 or 2 songs with them for one of those shows, and it ended up we did the whole set together, and then they asked me if I wanted to sing and do some shows with them, and yeah, that's been really, really fun. I haven't rehearsed with them in a few weeks because I had other gigs and other things going on. My mom was staying with me for a while and all that, but I'll probably be rehearsing with them again on Wednesday, and hopefully doing some more shows with them in the near future. It's a totally different experience than what I'm used to, and it's really, really fun. I usually play kind of singer-songwriter, like folky stuff, and this is just really funky, like really, really cool. And I really like that genre as well. Do a little bit of like soul singing, and I'm hoping. So far, I've been doing mostly like backup singing, just because they had some shows that were already planned, and I didn't really have time to work anything new out. But they've all said, and I would like to sing a bit more, lead some songs, or just be able to bring my voice and just some of, I guess, be able to express myself through that, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that a lot. But already it's been a lot of fun. It's also let me get a bit of a taste for playing bigger venues and bigger shows. The difference between playing for like 50 people or 75 people in a little bar to 200 or 300 people in a bigger setting. It's been really, really cool. Very lucky for that. So that's been cool. And then a friend of mine actually just came to me with an idea a couple weeks ago for a collaborative, like combining some of her spoken word poetry and some of my music. She's a singer as well in a different band, actually in my fiddle player's other band. She's the lead singer there, and she's a really, really good friend of mine, and we met like last summer at a festival, and ever since we met she's been wanting to collaborate, but I don't know, it's not that I wouldn't want to sing with her, and I mean she's amazing, but our voices are quite different, and our style and everything is quite different, so I'm not really sure. We haven't really found a way to merge them yet. But this is actually a really good fit. We've only sort of worked on it a couple of times so far, but we took like my newest song, which I think I put up on my channel, The Water, and like her newest poem that she wrote, and just kind of mashed them together, and they fit together perfectly. So she's got a couple other pieces that I'm going to try and write some music for, and I've got one song from quite a long time ago that it was kind of short, and it has lots of space to add stuff to it, so she wrote a poem to kind of fit into it, and it sounded really cool. So yeah, I'm going to see where that goes, and it's really fun working with her, being able to collaborate with her, because we've both been wanting to do that for a while, but haven't really found the opportunity to do it yet, so that's fun. We're actually going to go to Calgary, which is in the next province over from here, in July, beginning of July, and do like there's a spoken word event going on that she was going to perform at, and she asked me if I wanted to join her. So I'm going to go with her and do that, and I've got a few friends out there that I haven't seen in a long time, so I'll see if I can catch up with them and maybe play an open mic or something as well, and just get away for a couple of days. So that should be fun. Yeah, and then just a few other friends who have had me join them, back them up on gigs, learn their songs, and kind of harmonize with them, play a bit of percussion maybe, or whatever works. So yeah, music has been going quite well, but yeah, like I was saying, as I find myself kind of straying from really being clear on what it is for me, just channel whatever comes through and tap into something authentic, whether some sort of emotion or some sort of energy, and just be a vehicle to allow it to come through, and whoever hears that and, gets whatever they get from it. I mean, I've had some pretty cool experiences of people coming up to me after a show and just sometimes crying, or just being moved by what they've heard. And the times when that happens, it's the times when I really honestly feel like it wasn't even me doing it. Those are the moments when I'm actually able to successfully just clear that channel, get out of the way, and, forget myself while I'm up there, and just, and let it come through. And that's what I think it's all about, really. But when I don't quite get to that point, or when I'm not able to, when my own insecurities or my own desire for a specific kind of outcome or result, or a need for validation, or any of that stuff, or thinking about a standard that I need to be measuring up to, comparing myself to someone else, any of that crap, as that stuff kind of creeps in, it blocks, it gets in the way of being able to actually communicate something real through music. And I've been finding more and more lately that it feels like that, and I don't like that feeling. So, yeah, I'm hoping to, it's because I've got friends who are doing amazing things, and it's hard not to feel like you have to keep up with that, or like their goals should be your goals, and I definitely find myself susceptible to that kind of mentality, more than I would like. So that's something for me to work on. So yeah, the music thing, it's been challenging me in that way, and it's been stirring up some. Well, it's just like I said, it's been moving me into areas that are kind of uncomfortable. A lot of the times now, especially with this variety show, for example, because we've got a guy who videotapes everyone, which is great, and we've got people who take pictures and share them, which is wonderful. Except when I see these videos and pictures of myself, I just feel like crap, and I feel really disappointed because I don't like the way I look, and that's the biggest hurdle for me, the biggest impediment that I have in pretty much any area of my life is these freaking self-image issues, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this way, but it's just so frustrating. And I guess I'm kind of at the point now where it's my options are either to, let that get the best of me, and not do shows, not do music, which I'm not going to do, obviously, or, accept the fact that, okay, I am going to be on stage, and people are going to be looking at me, and I'm sure, they don't care, nobody else, it doesn't matter to them, really, what I look like. It's how I feel about that, and if I want to feel better, then I need to put some effort in to get to the point where I'm, more comfortable with that. So, once again, it's a good challenge, and I hope I can rise to it, and I just feel more and more lately the music thing, it's not even just about what I get from it, although I get a lot from it, but I really feel like I have a responsibility to put a as much effort as I can into it because I have the ability to do it, and that's a gift. And if I don't take responsibility for that, I'm not being very grateful for that gift. So, yeah, it's time to kind of put my money where my mouth is and stop making excuses and stop holding back. Which again is not to say, I don't know where it's leading, but it's definitely, there are opportunities there, and there's momentum building, and I feel lately like I'm in the way of that. I'm standing in the way of that with my fears and my refusal to meet these challenges and face these fears. So, yep, I'm gonna step up and do that as much as I can. Because I love it. I do love it. It's, I never thought, when I first started playing guitar again, and I first started playing open mics and stuff, I never would have thought that I would have had the chance to do the things I'm doing now, and I'd like to see where that can continue to go. Especially the friends I've made, and the chance to collaborate with people and just get to know people, and it's just such a blessing. So I want to make sure that I don't ruin it with my negativity and all that stuff, which is, I could. I've done it before. It's not, I can't let myself think that it's so, like I have to realize how much I need to protect it and work for it. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to share a couple of links with you guys. I haven't done this before now because I'm just still not really sure if this is a good idea, but just because I don't really want, the main thing is that two main things. One, I don't want to be stalked or, murdered, which is a fair concern. And two, I don't really want my friends or the people that I know to see all of my crazy whisper videos. So I haven't, shared links with you guys to my music stuff or my quote-unquote real-life stuff for those reasons, but I think I'm going to take a risk and go ahead and do it. And if there are consequences, I'll deal with them. Yeah, so please don't stalk me, and please don't, out me as WhisperSister if you're checking out my stuff. But what I'm gonna do is, I made a Facebook page for my music, just so that I could have somewhere to direct people when if I'm at a show and they ask where they can find me. I haven't put any effort at all into creating like an online presence or whatever for my music, so I did that, and I'm gonna give you guys the link to that. So for anyone who's ever wondered, I guess, what I look like, because you'll be able to see what I look like, or what I'm up to. Because I probably won't be making whisper videos all that much, but if you want to this film, and it's, like, my writing aside, although I do think it's kind of cool the way it works with the writing, the film is amazing. Like, just the imagery is so cool, and the music, the combination of the writing and the music and the film, the footage, is, like, way cooler than anything I could have done on my own. I was really, really impressed with this guy's stuff, and he's shown it in a few, like, film festivals and won some awards and things with it, so I think it's quite cool that something like that came out of my whispering channel. Actually, I was thinking the other day about the fact that this whisper channel has had a very profound effect on my life. It was partly responsible for the changes that I've gone through, and it's kind of crazy, actually, to think about how about the impact that this channel's had on my life. But anyway, that's one small thing that came out of it, and so I'll put a link up to that. If you guys could check that out, I think that would be great, because this guy deserves to have his stuff seen by as many people as possible. And if you want to check out my Facebook page, feel free, but like I said, please don't. I'm a little nervous about merging my two, alter egos or whatever. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. So I guess I'm about to run out of space on my camera here, so I'll wrap it up. But yeah, there's a little update for you guys, and yeah, I can't say that I'll be around any more than I have been. I'll try, but maybe when I get the other job and I've got a bit more time, I can do that. But in the meantime, thank you to all of you who continue to listen and who have asked about where I am. I mean, that's really, really sweet to have people concerned and interested in making sure I'm alright and all that. And to all of you who, the friends that I've made and the people who've listened and all the people that I've met through this, even though I'm not around, I haven't forgotten how great you guys are, and I still definitely have a fondness for this channel and for the Whisper community and the friends that I've made. So I guess I will leave